Hello, welcome to Yoga with Dagny. Today I thought it'd be good to have two bricks if you have them. If you don't worry, we'll just go without. If you have a chair, that will also come in handy today. I thought today, with everything going on in the world, and lately there's been a lot, we could work on releasing fear and maybe releasing any obsessive thinking that we might get caught up in. So that's the little theme for our practice today. So I thought we would, let's just start and find a seat in hero pose. So taking a brick, widen your feet, have your knees together, place your brick right between your feet and sit down on your brick. And just see that your sitting bones are equal from side to side. This is called Virasana or hero pose. And it really helps to elongate the spine. And when our spine is nice and long, it helps our nervous system to calm down right away. So we're just going to find as much length in our spine as we possibly can from our tail all the way to our crown of our head, and really connect down through our feet and through our shins to Mother Earth, just drawing on her solid, grounded, connected, full, beautiful energy. And just as we inhale, we're just drawing her energy up through our spine, all the way up through the crown of our head, connecting to Father Sky, to that which is much higher than us as human beings, to the highest we can possibly imagine, to love, to peace, to the universe. So connecting up. And then as we exhale, taking that beautiful universal love back down and grounding it back to the earth. So just taking a few breaths like that, inhaling, letting the energy come up from the earth all the way up through the spine, through the crown of the head, connecting to heaven, and exhaling, drawing that energy back down through our bodies and to the earth. So let's just add a little hand movement with that. Let's inhale, gathering the beautiful energies of the earth, and exhale, heaven's energy down through our spine, calming our mind, grounding us through our bodies. God, and a couple more of those. Good. Both inhalation and exhalation through the nose. Good. And then we'll do that again. Inhaling up. On the exhale, we're just going to twist our bodies to the left. Let the left hand drop behind, the right one to the outer leg. Big breath in as you grow taller, and exhale back to the center. One more of those, opposite way. Big breath in, exhale, release your thoughts, release your day. Land here now. Big breath in, growing taller. Exhale back to the center. Good, and then we'll just interlace our hands, press our palms forward, inhale the arms up. Good, and then just press, bending the elbows slightly, bring them back, and then press the ceiling up and away. Good, see if you can get long again through your entire spine. Big breath in, and then exhale, release. Good, and then uncustomary clasp of your hands one more time, pressing out, inhaling up. Exhale, let it go, let it go, let it go. Good. And then we're just going to take a nice little child's pose next. So we're going to come knees apart, big toes together, and just walk yourself forward into child's pose. Once you're in your child's pose, roll your palms open And just let your head relax. If for any reason your head does not touch the ground, you can always put it on a brick. It's very nice to rest your third eye in this pose. And as you're resting there in your child's pose in that position, staying right there, as you're inhaling to your lower back, to this kidney area here. So as you're inhaling and you're spreading from the center of the kidneys out to the waist, filling that whole air with, this whole area here with beautiful breath and calmness and peace to the nervous system. And as you exhale, you're just energetically letting everything come back to the center. So here you are in child's pose, and you're inhaling and you're spreading at the waist energetically. And you're exhaling and letting the energy come back to the center. So a few breaths like that in your child's pose. Breathing in love, breathing in calmness, openness, awareness, and releasing fear. Releasing your brain. Good, and from here, we're just gonna come up a little onto the forearms, and we're gonna sweep up through our left arm, big breath in. On the exhale, you're gonna weave those fingertips under the opposite armpit and come down for a little rest. You can stretch the other arm forward, or you can wrap it behind on your kidney area. Breathing right into this lower back. Good. On your next exhalation, release that arm forward. Inhale and unweave that arm, coming back onto your forearms. Then sweeping the right one up, big breath in. Exhale, weave it under, coming down to stretch the shoulder and the neck. Stretching the opposite arm forward. Maybe tucking it behind the back. Whenever our lower back is achy or painful, we want to check in with our relationship to fear and see how we're doing with that, and maybe see how we're doing with feeling like we're supported and safe in our lives too. And if we need it, we can breathe in that support from the earth. We can breathe in that support by knowing that we're loved. And we can just exhale, our fears, our exhaustions. And then releasing the top arm forward, inhaling the bottom arm up. And just coming on up. Good. All right, from here, we're going to take our chair and we're just gonna put our feet beneath our chairs, little ways. And we're gonna sit up nice and straight if we can. We're gonna take a deep breath in, lift the arms up. On the exhale, we're gonna bring our hands forward to our chair. So just pause there for a minute, a little bit of a forward fold, and then, we can start to maybe creep ourselves forward onto our chair more. So while we're doing this, we're gonna keep our chest lifted up. We're gonna keep our toes reaching up to heaven and our heels pressing out and away. And we're just gonna gently bring ourselves forward with a nice, long, straight spine if we can. And maybe we'll get to a place where we can rest our head. Again, resting at the third eye. You might have to move your chair away a little bit. Resting at that third eye just to let go of any overthinking, any obsessive thinking, because you know what? It doesn't do us any good. So in yoga, sometimes we practice something where whenever a negative thought arises, we turn it into something positive. So maybe coming a little further into your forward fold if you can. Maybe think, have you been having any repetitive negative thoughts lately? I know I've had a few lately. So call to mind any negative thought that has been haunting you. Take a minute and do that. And turn it into something positive. So turn the negative into a positive. So if you're thinking, oh my gosh, I'm so fat, or I'm so, so if it was I'm so fat, you could say, I'm totally beautiful in my body, or I'm totally accepting of my body. If you're like, I'm always exhausted, you could say, I am filled with vital energy. Coming deeper if you can, any deeper with your stretch here. If it's something about the world, like the world is going to hell in a handbasket, you could say, we are finding our way to a beautiful new world, something like that. And then inhaling and coming up. Maybe we'll do that one more time. Inhaling up, just a shorter forward fold, coming forward. You could always, if the chair is too high to get a proper forward bend for you, you can always come forward onto a brick or two bricks and rest your head here. But resting the head in a forward fold is very good to calm fear and calm the nervous system. Good, and then inhaling to come on up. We're gonna just slowly come up, and we're gonna take a nice chair dog. So I'm gonna come first here into Ardha Uttanasana, palms beneath the shoulders, and then I'm gonna step back a little bit. I'm gonna turn my toes in slightly, and then I'm gonna start to take the tops of my thighs back. So these tops of the thighs are moving back, and I'm lengthening my spine. I'm in my knuckles, not my wrists. And I'm keeping my spine nice and long and stretching myself out into a dog on the chair. And just take a couple of breaths there, in through the nose, out through the nose. Maybe continuing to breathe right into the kidney area. Breathing in calmness to your body, a sense of peace. Breathing out your thoughts so that you can be here in your body now. Good, and then inhale, look up at the chair and slowly rock forward. Good, and then come on up. Now we're just gonna do a forward fold onto the chair. Ardha Uttanasana first again, and then just bend the elbows, lower the head, and drop the hands. If your chair is too hard, you can get a little pillow for your head. And just let go here for a few moments, just allowing your crown of your head to be stimulated as you breathe. When you're ready to come out of this pose, You're going to bring your hands up first and then cross into an Ardha Uttanasana again here. Stretch your spine, ground through the feet, slightly bend the knees, and inhale to come on up. Excellent. So, good. From here, one way to nicely come through your fear is to just really anchor into your body. So what we're going to do next is we're going to work a little bit with sun salutation. So I'm going to do it from the side again, just so you can see what I'm doing. Well, first I'll do it from the front, I guess, and then I'll do it from the side. So we're going to do it very slow and very mindfully. We're going to begin into Tadasana, mountain pose, connecting to the earth, connecting to heaven. When you're ready, you're going to inhale and sweep your arms out and up. We're going to exhale and we're going to dive forward. We're going to inhale, hands to the shins, stretch your spine forward. Exhale, full forward fold. Big breath in, bend the knees, place your hands by your feet and take a big step back with your left foot. Big step back. We're coming into a runner's lunge here. So I'm going to show from the side here in our runner's lunge. Then from here, we're going to drop the knee down and we're going to inhale up into a little pose of devotion. Offer your heart. Deep breath in, up and back. Then exhale, hands come back down, curl the toe under and step back into dog. Lift your hips high, stretch it out. Big breath in. Then we're going to come forward to plank, which is building our strength to be anchoring the light in the world. Nice and strong. Big breath in. On the exhale, we're going to lower down our knees. We're going to lower down our chest and chin. Keep the elbows tight to the body. Inhale and scoop forward for a little cobra pose. Rising up. Maybe rise all the way up if it feels good. Deep breath in. And then we're going to exhale back to a child's pose. And stretch that out. Inhaling up to all fours, curl the toes under, exhale, downward dog. Inhale, look forward, exhale, step forward with the left, all the way, and then the right. And just hang loosely, let your head go, let yourself go. Even the knees can bend a little here. Then reach down through the feet, inhale and reverse swan dive all the way up, connecting to the sky. Exhale the hands back to the heart and release. Good. And then second side, I'll start forward again and then go to the side. You just stay forward. All right, inhale, sweeping the arms out and up. Exhale, dive in. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, stretch forward. Exhale, full Uttanasana, let go. Knees bend, hands by the feet. This time we're going to step back with the right foot. Stepping all the way back, nice long runner's lunge. We're going to drop the knee. And we're going to take the pose of devotion. So we're kind of sinking forward into the front leg to stretch this back one and reaching up and breathing here. Big breath in. Exhale, plant the hands back down, curl the toe under and step back to dog. Take a breath there. Hips go high, tops of the thighs go back, neck goes free. Oh, you're in your body now. Deep breath in, exhale, find your strength in the plank. Deep breath in, exhale, lower your knees, Lower your chest, lower your chin. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Come on up for a little cobra. Exhale, nice child pose, knees apart, big toes touch. Inhale back up to all fours. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in, look up between your hands, step forward with the right. And then the left. Hang loosely, release. Press into the feet, inhale, reverse swan dive up. Yep. And exhale the hands back to the heart. Good job. All right, so next we're gonna do some strengthening, which, strengthening and grounding can help us to release fear when we feel strong. So what we're gonna do is first we're gonna step back with the left leg, a nice big step back. And we're gonna bring our hips forward. And we're gonna lift our chest up. And first you can put your hands on your hips and elbows back. Take a big breath in, exhale, bend that front knee. So bend that front knee till you can see your big toe, but not your little toes. Anchoring through your back leg, through the outer edge of your foot. Bring the arms out to the side, roll them open and inhale them up through warrior one. Good. And then stretch yourself up and back as you sink down and ground through the back leg. Deep breath in, exhale, we're gonna step forward. Good, and I'll show the second side from the side so you can see it from the side. All right, so here we are, second side. Deep breath in, exhale, step back, nice long step. And then turn the hips forward, turn the chest forward. Good. Hands to the hip, elbows back, tailbone down, chest lifted, deep breath in. Exhale, bend that front knee. Keep bending that until you see your big toe, but not your other toes. Lift the chest up and back. Take the arms out to the side, roll the palms open. Inhale up. Keep bending into the front knee, grounding through the back, and go up and back. Offering up your heart here. Deep breath in, and then exhale, step forward and release. Good. So now we're gonna go from warrior one to warrior three. And we're gonna have a chair to kind of spring forward to. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a big step back with our right and take the hips forward. Same thing as first time, warrior one. We're gonna bend so that we can see the big toe, but not the little toes. Get a nice wide stance if you can. Chest goes forward, arms come up, big breath in. Deep breath in. On the exhale, we're gonna come forward, and I'm just gonna put my hands on the chair. I'm gonna spring up. And I'm gonna get strong in my standing leg. I'm pressing the chair forward. I'm trying to get strong in my standing leg. Trying to level my hips if I can. Just looking forward to keep my neck in a natural line. And then when I'm ready, I'm gonna bend the knee, lay on my feet, and come back up, warrior one. Then I'm gonna step forward and release. Good, and then I'll do my second side. I was a little close to the chair that time, so I'm gonna back up just a little bit. Second side, stepping back with the left, turning the chest to face forward, chest lifted, tailbone down, bending that front knee. Finding that little lunge of the warrior. Good, and then let's externally rotate our arms and inhale them up, big breath in. On the exhale, we're gonna come forward with a long straight spine. I'm gonna find the top of my chair. I'm gonna press it forward. Oh, that's a much better distance this time. Now, when I'm here, I'm going to think about lifting up on the standing leg and taking that outer hip in. I'm going to think about my lifted leg here, letting my thigh roll up to the ceiling as I do that. And try to straighten that leg and stretch myself out. Good. And then when I'm ready, I'm going to bend the knee. I'm going to step back and land. And I'm going to come back up. And then I'm going to step forward and release. Good. So that was warrior 1 to warrior 3. An excellent way to strengthen ourselves. Okay. So for the next thing we're going to do, we're going to work on Supta Virasana. And I'm going to use the chair, and I'm going to use 2 bricks. So I'm going to put one of my bricks up on the chair, and I'm going to put one between my legs like I did in the beginning of class. I want to be just the right distance from the chair that my bottom, right beneath my shoulder blades, are going to hit on the chair. And then I have to find the right distance from the chair that works out so that my tail can be nice and long. And then I'm going to see if I can find this little other brick here, either in the high or the medium height. So I'm catching this edge of my chair beneath my shoulder blades. My knees are together. My tail is nice and long. My shoulder blades are catching. The back of my neck is supported. And I can bring my arms out here. And I should be getting a nice little stretch through my quads here. You can also bring your arms up and back if you want into the chair, and that can feel kind of nice too. Ooh. So this is one version. Now, if this one does not work because that's too hard for you, you can do it one leg at a time, and that makes it a little bit easier. So coming back one leg at a time, coming to rest here is a very nice option. If that is the option that you're choosing, great. You're going to also do a second side with that. Now, if this is all way too easy on your quads and you're not even getting a stretch, then this is an option for you. You would come and sit between your feet. You would have one brick behind you like that and one brick behind you like this. And you would come down and rest on your bricks. Oh, my chair is a little too close there. Oh no, wonk. Okay, so my bottom brick is between my shoulder blades. My top brick is supporting the base of my skull. My knees are together. My tailbone is long. My arms are resting. And this is very restorative. No matter which version that you've decided to take, version 1, version 2, or version 3 here, you can just let go. And during this time, do some deep breathing where with each exhalation, I'm choosing to just soften my mind, soften my thoughts, and release them back to the earth. And as I inhale, I'm just nourishing myself with breath and nourishing myself with this moment of relaxation. And this posture is so good for the digestion. When we worry and when we overthink, it totally affects our digestive system. So this soothes the digestion, it soothes the brain. And when we are in fear, if we can learn to just observe what our mind is doing, And just bring a little bit of compassion to ourselves, for the fear, for what we're going through, a little bit of understanding. So a couple more breaths here, just being here now in this moment with yourself and with the highest that you know. And when you're ready to come out, you can press into your elbows and maybe come up to the hands and press into the hands and come on up. Excellent. And then from there, we're going to do Supta Badakanasana. If you have bricks, we're going to do the same sort of little setup here. So with this pose, I'll just show you from the front. We're going to, you can go in, actually I'll show you from the side. You can go in with your knees bent, and this time I'm going to turn the brick sideways and have my shoulder blades rest on it there. So I'm just going to lay back with bent knees until my whole shoulder blade comes on the brick. If you don't have bricks, just lay on your back flat, and that's totally fine. And then this top brick is going to go under the base of your skull, or again, you can be flat. Your arms are going to come out to the side. If this feels like too much of a lift on your chest, you can lower both of your bricks. Yeah, you can lower them down to the lowest level, and that might help. But once you're in this position and your knees are bent and your feet are beneath your knees and your arms are resting out to the sides, you can let the knees fall out to the sides and the bottoms of your feet will come together and your tailbone will be nice and long and the back of your neck is nice and supported and your chest is lifted and open and getting the message that it's safe. It's safe to have your heart open in this world. And just breathing in a sense of ease to your entire being, to your body, to your mind. And as you exhale, you're just releasing whatever does not serve you, whatever does not serve the whole. And being lost in obsessive thought and fear, unfortunately, does not serve the collective whole either. So the more we can take that obsession and those fears and turn them around into something positive, the better it's going to be. Pratipakša Bhavanan, I think that's what it's called in yoga, when we turn a negative thought into a positive thought for the sake of the whole. So another breath or two here. Good, and then when you're ready to come out of this posture, which is always good to do, especially if you curl forward from being on the computer too much or your shoulders round in, this is the perfect antidote to that. So do it often. When you're ready, you can draw your knees together and just softly roll off to the side to come up. Yes, very nice. Okay, and then we're just gonna wind down a little more even with a nice little twist. I'm just gonna move my chair over. And I'm gonna lay on my back and I'm gonna take my knees up to my chest and bring my arms out to the sides. And then I'm just gonna hop my hips over to the left a little bit and drop my knees off toward my right armpit slowly into a nice little twist. Good, and just settling, letting the spine relax, letting the neck relax. Breathing into the viscera, into your organs, helping them to let go of any holding on. Good, and when you're ready, you can inhale and take the knees back toward the chest. And then just place the feet down for a moment and lift the spine up to make it even again. Knees in toward the chest, hop the hips over to the right just a little bit, and then drop the knees toward your left armpit slowly but surely. Coming in for a landing. Good, and meanwhile your belly's rolling back to the right, your rib cage is rolling back to the right, your shoulder is rolling back to the right. Your neck might even turn to the right. And as you breathe into the rib cage, you're breathing into the organs and you're taking in and you're letting go with grace and ease through your breath. And when you're ready, we'll inhale slowly back to the center. And then feet down to reset the spine. And final pose is Shavasana. Taking up the whole length of your mat. Feet are mat width apart. Arms by your sides, palms facing heaven. Head balanced gently in the center. And then just allowing your exhalations to help you to soften your entire body onto the earth. Relaxing your face, your throat, your shoulders and arms, your chest and belly, your hips, your thighs, your legs and feet. Relaxing your thoughts, allowing them to arise and fall away without any grasping on to the content. And then wiggling the fingers and maybe moving the ankles or toes. You can bend your knees. And softly roll onto your side. And with an inhalation, pressing up, back to a seat. Where we'll end our practice together, taking our hands to our hearts, making a commitment to release fear, to anchor and ground the light and the love in this world where it's so sorely needed. You are the light. Namaste. Thank you for sharing this practice with me, and I will very much look forward to our next practice time together. Namaste.